Andre is just trying to have a peaceful drink at Uptown while waiting for his wife when Hayley approaches. She takes a few verbal swipes at him before suggesting he make sure Danny keeps far away from Bill. Of course, even as this conversation is unfolding, Danny is in Bill's office to present him with a birthday gift. She's doing so a day early. Assuming Hayley has some big plan in store for him, Hayley's insecurities are on full display. She suggests Danny is obsessed with Bill, which Andre counters by essentially saying, "She's rubber, you're glue." Too. Eventually, she softens her approach, especially upon learning that Danny asked Andre to consider ending their marriage. As for Bill and Danny, he thanks her for the gift with a kiss. What they don't realize is that Hayley saw the illicit bus. Afterwards, she storms over to the casino to meet with Randy, her cousin, and says it's time to deal with the Bill situation. "We take his legs out from under him. Clean, fast, done." We take his legs out from under him. Clean, fast, done. Vanessa is clearly not pleased with Joey, demanding to know why now. When her life is completely falling apart, he's decided they should break up. "You don't mind my laundering your money, but as far as getting your sheets dirty in the first place, you want out?" she asks. The casino owner finally admits it's not about Vanessa so much as her son. Vanessa makes it clear that she does not want to end things with Joey. Their resulting makeout sesh is walked in on by Randy. He agrees not to reveal anything about their secret relationship. Samantha and Tyrell go from nervous to thrilled when they find out Martin and Smitty are reuniting. Once alone, the men discuss presenting a united front if, more like when, Joey comes to collect the debt Martin owes him for having dealt with Kenny, the racist thug. Over a family dinner, Smitty admits to Samantha that his concerns about June were unfounded, and he now supports them getting to know one another. Privately, however, he admits to his spouse he still has reservations. Anita tells Vernon that she's invited Jackie, her Vegas-based impersonator, to join them for Thanksgiving dinner. After Anita says she'd like to spend time alone with her husband, he goes so far as to rent out the entirety of Orphe Jean's. June serves them dinner and then dims the lights as the couple shares a romantic dance. We join the Fairmont Crest residents after a brief news alert telling those of us in the Northeast that it's raining. At Orphe Jean's, June immediately clocks Leslie as someone who'll be a difficult customer. Their amusing conversation is interrupted by the arrival of June's favorite customer, Ted. Leslie watches their interaction, then suggests that the waitress back off her man. She adds that things don't go well for people who stand between me and what I want. But June gives as good as she gets, insisting she's not even a little bit afraid of Leslie. Ted catches up with Samantha and Chelsea, who are sitting at the restaurant's counter discussing the wild success of the purse line. Ted is shocked, and Samantha clearly thrilled to realize he's been kinda sorta flirting with Sam's birth mom. Leslie later crosses paths with Nicole, who suggests that the erstwhile Dana spreads lies as easily as she does her. Well, the scene ends with Leslie promising that there will be trouble if you don't get a short leash on your little cat. But Nicole responds that, whatever you throw, it will come back sharpened. Danny and Andre are continuing their conversation about the get-out-of-wedlock free card she offered Andre when Naomi barges in. Once her new stepdad exits, Danny guesses that her daughter's pregnant, but Naomi denies it. Naomi suggests that she and Chelsea ruined their mom's life, but Danny makes it clear nothing could be further from the truth. Naomi explains all the reasons she doesn't want to have a baby, and Danny is 100% supportive. Wanting a child-free life does not make you a monster, says the sincere mom. Both women realize they have big decisions to make about their relationships. Over breakfast at the club, Nicole asks Vanessa why she's allowing Joey to encroach on her. Vanessa insists that if Nicole wants to remain her friend, she'll have to accept Joey's presence in her life. At the same time, Donald enters the private room at the casino, which apparently anyone can just wander into, and tells Joey that Vanessa no longer needs his support. Why? Because the younger man is planning to stick around. Joey continues bonding with Doug's son, even going so far as to offer him a job as a dealer. Donald turns down the offer, not wanting to work at the same place his dad spent his last ill-fated night. In fact, he asks if Joey ever has any regrets about running, in essence, a den of iniquity. Soon after, Vanessa arrives to see her lover, who says it's time for them to end things. Ashley thrills Shanice by asking Derek's PT coach to be a bridesmaid. But even as Shanice is advising Derek to tell his would-be wife the truth about his partial recovery, Ashley and Andre are reunited with the mom whose baby they delivered in the elevator. The whole thing gets terribly awkward, with pretty much everyone except Derek, realizing that Ashley just isn't that into him. Chelsea tells Samantha that Chelsea Cat bags are selling faster than they can keep up with. Here are your spoilers for Beyond the Gates on Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. Decision time. Andre has a choice to make. Does he want to stay married to Danny with all that it brings? Or does he want something else or another person in his life, giving him the chance to start a family with her? To help in his decision, in Wednesday's episode, Andre has hard-hitting questions for Danny about her ex. How Danny answers these questions is going to play a huge part in whether Andre chooses to stay or go. Today, Soap fans is going to be a big day, and ooh boy, we cannot wait. We all saw how Leslie reacted to June's interest in Ted, and how, if she were a cat, she'd have sprayed the place. We also saw the interaction with Nicole at the club, the sparring, and the reaction, all of which foreshadow another Leslie scheme. In Wednesday's episode, Leslie uses the past to make a play for her future, and Ted gets caught in the crosshairs. Both Kat and Nicole have had a lot of relationship upheaval recently, and it's time they sat down again to discuss what the latest news is on that front. Nicole has the beginnings of something pretty awesome with Carlton, despite what people may think of Carlton moving in on his best mate's ex so quickly. In Wednesday's episode, Kat and her mother both have major relationship updates to share. The man in black is back and on the attack. In Wednesday's episode, Randy is tasked with a deadly order aimed at a startling target. Who on earth is Joey after now? Surely he can't be about to send Vanessa or Donnell to the same place as Doug, as that would be well out of pocket and hard for the police to ignore, connecting some huge dots. Bill? As mentioned above, today is going to be a huge day for soap fans. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday, October 14th hint that Vanessa McBride will be outraged, while Bill Hamilton gets surprised. So let's get into what fans can expect to see unravel during the show. On the Monday, October 13th episode, Vanessa got into it with Nicole Richardson over her relationship with Joey Armstrong. When Vanessa went to visit Joey later in the show at the casino, she told him about their spat, and the show closed shortly after Joey suggested ending things with the blonde. Tuesday's show will likely pick up where Monday's left off, as Vanessa is sure to be outraged at Joey's suggestion. In light of Doug McBride's passing, Vanessa may feel as if she needs Joey now more than ever, or else she'll believe that to be the case. Cutting ties would be what's best. However, Vanessa won't see it like that. Is this a mind game on Joey's part, or is this the end of the couple? BTG viewers will have to tune in to find out. Over to Bill, he'll be stunned when he gets a surprise gift from someone. Who could this someone be? The Beyond the Gates preview for the week of October 13-17 shows Bill kissing Danny Dupree in his office, while his wife, Hayley Hamilton, secretly spies on them from the hallway. Is Bill's unexpected gift more lip service from his ex-wife? Across town, Bradley Smitty Smith gives his kids, Samantha Richardson and Tyrell Richardson, some news, so it looks like the teens will learn their dads are reuniting. With that said, Smitty will get down on one knee at some point in the next couple of days and propose to Martin Richardson. It looks like the two will renew their vows soon, so it'll be a nice, heartwarming event for the Richardsons and Duprees. Both families could use a positive distraction at this point, right? Speaking of, Anita Dupree and Vernon Dupree will try and think out of the box to escape the insanity around them, as Leslie Thomas purchased the home across from them and has launched a major renovation and construction project. The husband and wife team is dealing with their fair share of dust, noise, and overall chaos. Beyond the Gates spoilers hint that Anita and Vernon may decide to take the lemons that they've been given and make lemonade, so it'll be interesting to see how they turn this negative situation into a positive. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, October 13th, suggest that Danny Dupree will grill Naomi Hawthorne, while Leslie Thomas issues a threat to someone. BTG spoilers hint that Danny will grow suspicious about Naomi's pregnancy when the two share an encounter. Of course, a mother is rarely wrong, and as Naomi is expecting, will she confide in her Danny? She may let her also know about how apprehensive she is about having a baby. So will Danny offer any words of advice? Can she also sway her daughter into keeping the child? It does feel as if Naomi wants to terminate the pregnancy, but only time will tell. Across town, Vanessa McBride and Nicole Richardson will clash. These besties are generally always on the same page, so what has them at odds? This reeks of Joey Armstrong, as Nicole doesn't exactly approve of her friend dating the sketchy casino owner, so can she talk some sense into Vanessa? In related Joey news, Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday's show reveal that Donnell McBride will get an interesting proposal. Will Joey offer him a job in his organization? The two seem to be bonding, and this type of deception would be right up Joey's alley. Doug McBride would be rolling in his grave if Donnell ends up working for his nemesis, so the irony would not be lost on BTG fans. Elsewhere, Shanice Johnson will gain access to two intriguing pieces of information. Could this be about Derek Baldwin and his progress, or is this about something else? When the CBS soap first started, Shanice was the hospital gossip, so she may learn something about another staff member or Fairmont Crest resident and start spreading the news. Finally, Leslie issues a warning, and said threat will be pointed in June's direction. June has a crush on Ted Richardson, and as Leslie remains obsessed with the man, she may tell the waitress to keep her hands off Teddy Bear. Then again, Leslie can be unhinged, so maybe June accidentally gives her the wrong order at the diner, and Leslie loses her mind. Beyond the Gates spoilers note that the Monday, October 13th episode will offer plenty of bombshells, drama, and chaos, so fans need to tune in to see how storylines unfold and progress. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday, October 14th suggest some bombshells in Fairmont Crest. Vanessa McBride has a demand, while Bill Hamilton receives an unexpected gift, and Bradley Smitty Smith makes an announcement. Learn more about what's set to go down during Tuesday's show down below. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday, October 14th hint that Vanessa will make a demand to Joey Armstrong. Off the cusp of her husband, Doug McBride's passing, Vanessa is still highly emotional. So what will she ask of Joey? She may feel weird about living in her Fairmont Crest mansion, alone. So does she ask him to move in? Then again, this demand could be about her son, Donald McBride. Across town, Bill will not only get a surprise visitor, but also an unexpected gift from said person. Who could this be? It's Bill's birthday, and it sounds like he'll get a slew of presents, but will this shocking gift from someone unexpected be a kiss from his ex-wife, Danny Dupree? The BTG preview shows the two in a lip lock, with Hayley Hamilton eavesdropping from outside, so only time will tell. Meanwhile, Beyond the Gates, spoilers for Tuesday note that Smitty will make an announcement to Tyrell Richardson and Samantha Richardson about the family. It sounds like he'll tell the kids that he and Martin Richardson are officially reuniting. But will he tell them about his plans to propose? Finally, Vernon Dupree and Anita Dupree will get creative when it comes to escaping the insanity around them. Leslie Thomas bought the mansion across the street and is renovating it, all in an effort to make the Dupree family miserable. The noise, dust, and chaos are getting to Anita and Vernon, but it sounds like they'll figure something out to make things better. Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest some explosive moments during the week of October 13th, 17, and there are also some casting changes to talk about too. Who's coming and who's going on the CBS soap over the next 5 days? Read more below. A major win for BTG fans, as it was announced earlier this week that Days of Our Lives and General Hospital alum Greg Vaughn would be entering the gates of Fairmont Crest sometime in Season 2. There is no official air date for Vaughn and no information on who he'll be playing or whom he'll share storylines with, so fans will need to stay tuned to CTS for further details. Vaughn worked with Beyond the Gates' creator and head writer, Michelle Valjean, while they both worked on GH. He played Lucky Spencer, from 2003-2009 at that time. He's also known for his day's work as Eric Brady, which began in 2012. While Eric exited the canvas in the summer of 2024, he continues to drop by Salem now and again as a recurring character. But that may change now that Vaughn is slated to join BTG. BTG fans should expect to see June, played by Jasmine Burke, during the Monday, October 13th episode. As resident villainess, Leslie Thomas will issue her warning. Plus, Samantha Richardson, played by Nadja Jackson, along with her brother, Triel Richardson, played by Jaden Lucas Miller, will also be seen on the Tuesday, October 14th show as Martin Richardson and Bradley Smitty Smith give the kids some good news. Lastly, Randy Parker, played by Maurice P. Carey, will be given a deadly assignment. Who wants to guess where this order will come from? Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of October 13th, 17 reveal some bombshells on the horizon. Randy Parker is given a deadly order, while Eva Thomas and Tomas Navarro will be duped. Plus, Andre Richardson and Danny Dupree are definitely over their honeymoon phase, as the two will clash. Learn more about what to expect next week on BTG down below. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of October 13th to 17 indicate Danny will have a drama-filled week. First off, she'll suspect that Naomi Hawthorne is pregnant, and as fans know, Danny's suspicions are right. But will her daughter be honest with her mom or fluff her off? As the days go by, Andre and Danny will clash, as her current husband will have questions for his wife about her ex, Bill Hamilton. In addition, Chelsea Hamilton believes her mom has been robbed, so will Danny's place get ransacked? Speaking of Bill, he'll get a gift from an unexpected visitor. The preview shows Bill and Danny sharing another steamy lip lock in his office. So is this the gift that is being referred to? Hayley Hamilton will see her husband kissing his ex and get outraged, so Bill may regret his actions. Back to Naomi, she and Jacob Hawthorne will be at a gridlock as they talk about their future. Across town, Donald McBride will get an intriguing offer. Will this be from Joey Armstrong? Meanwhile, as the days go by, Vanessa McBride will make a demand of Joey. In related news, Joey's henchman, Randy, will be given a deadly order with an unexpected target. Could Joey target Donnell? Here's hoping that's not the case. Elsewhere, Bradley, Smitty Smith, and Martin Richardson will give their kids, Tyrell Richardson and Samantha Richardson, some good news and inform them that they have reconciled. As the days go by, Martin will be stunned by a proposition, and it looks like Smitty will propose, and the two will organize a renewal ceremony. Will this happen during the week of October 13th, 17? On the Friday, October 17th episode, a family will attend a happy event, as Ted Richardson and Nicole Richardson grieve over the state of their own relationship. Over with Catherine Kat Richardson, she'll have an update for Nicole about her love life. Still, there's an interesting BTG spoiler that states she'll plan an unforgettable night, while Eva and Tomas will feel duped. Will Kat pull some sort of scheme on the two? Finally, Leslie Thomas will use her past to secure something for her future, while Ted will get caught in the crosshairs of a situation. The Beyond the Gates spoilers for Wednesday, October 15th, 2025, tease that change is coming for Leslie. She will have to rely on her past to guide her future. Wednesday teasers feature Leslie, who is using her past to make a play for her future, and as a result, Ted will need to watch out because he gets caught in the crosshairs. Lately, Leslie has been busy telling June to stay away from Ted and rubbing Nicole's face in the fact that she and Ted recently slept together. Ms. Thomas sees Ted as her future, so how does she use her past to try to make a relationship happen? More importantly, how will this impact Ted? Because right now, he wants nothing to do with Leslie. Unfortunately for him, she doesn't care about what he wants. Andre has hard-hitting questions for Danny about her ex-husband. This will force her to face some painful memories she's been trying to keep to herself. However, the past is bound to catch up with her. Danny and Bill already shared an intimate moment. The exes kissed, leading her to spill the details to her BFF, Pamela. Is Danny willing to confront what's really going on in her heart? Will she give Andre the answers he's been looking for? Kat and her mother, Nicole, both have major relationship updates to share. Although Kat has been involved with Tomas, She discovered that Eva has been sleeping with him. Meanwhile, Nicole wants to move on from her divorce. She's considering a new man in her life. Which direction will their love life take them? Expect the unexpected. Meanwhile, Randy is tasked with a deadly order aimed at a startling target. His workday takes a dark turn when he's given the assignment to carry out a mission targeting a specific individual. Who is in the crosshairs? And will Randy be able to carry out this mission? Or will he let his conscience have the final say? Beyond the Gates. Spoilers for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, suggest that Anita and Vernon are making their great escape. The Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, tease that Anita and Vernon are getting itchy. They want to leave Fairmont Crest, but they have to get creative about it. Anita and Vernon get creative to escape the current chaos in their lives. They want to regain control after the drama they've endured in the past few months. Tensions have been rising, especially after Doug's death. Now, Leslie is back to scheming. The golden couple wants to leave Fairmont Crest as soon as possible. Will they make their great escape, or will someone catch them in the act? They can never get a break, especially when it comes to the drama in their family. Vanessa demands something of Joey. She'll confront him with a request that takes him by surprise. It's unclear what she wants this time around. The BTG Weekly Preview teases a heated moment between the two. Vanessa might finally get her act together and tell Joey to lay off. We just want to know why this is suddenly causing a wedge between them. These feelings never stopped her before. Bill gets an unexpected gift from a surprise visitor. Who could it be? Is his ex-wife Danny trying to stir the pot, especially when it comes to his marriage to Hayley? Danny did confess to her mom that she loves drama. It's her biggest addiction. She might try to stir up old feelings in Bill, which could cause more trouble in his marriage. Meanwhile, Smitty makes an announcement to Tyrell and Samantha about the future of their family. He recently reconnected with his husband, Martin, and it felt good. The couple is working on their marriage, but their past kept dragging them back. Every time they take a step forward, they end up taking 10 steps back. Smitty is still determined to keep his family together. He now has something important to share, and it could rekindle their family. According to the BTG promo video, Smitty plans on popping the question, will love get a second chance? Leslie is living a life of luxury on Beyond the Gates. Thanks to Peaches, Leslie learned that she's the biological daughter of the late Barbara Mitchell and is entitled to the trust set up by Anita. However, Leslie's good fortune could come crashing down because of Peaches' other secret. According to fans, that is, Leslie's life was turned upside down by Peaches' revelation. Peaches confessed that she was Leslie's adoptive mother, and her biological mom was the late Barbara Mitchell. The news changed Leslie's life in more ways than she could have imagined. Barbara was a founding member of the Articulates, but was kicked out because of creative differences with Anita and the group's shady manager, Dante Green. The Articulates went on to stardom without Barbara, who fell into a deep depression and ultimately took her own life. Feeling guilty about Barbara's death, Anita set up a trust fund that went to Barbara's next of kin. Since Leslie is Barbara's daughter, she's now living off the Dupree's wealth. Leslie scoring another win against the Duprees has fans riled up. Many are awaiting her downfall, which could happen sooner rather than later. On X, a fan theory suggests there's more to Peaches' story. Peaches is scamming them because she's Barbara. I don't think Barb is dead, wrote the poster. Speculation about Barbara not being dead has been circulating ever since her name was mentioned. Since Barbara blames Anita for getting her kicked out of the Articulates, it's no surprise she would want revenge. What better way than using her daughter Leslie to do it? Leslie has already caused lots of trouble for Anita and the Duprees. Not only did she destroy Nicole's marriage, but now she's reaping the benefits of her newfound wealth. However, if Peaches really is Barbara, then Leslie can say goodbye to her money. Money or no money, Leslie isn't going to stop making the Duprees' lives hell. Now with Peaches, aka Barbara, the two will be a force to be reckoned with. If Anita thought Leslie was trouble, wait until she comes face to face with her friend and bandmate who's back from the dead. Here are your spoilers for Beyond the Gates on Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. Fun time in Fairmont Crest. Leslie's construction crew is going ham on the house across the road. A beautiful Georgian colonial is getting the demolition crew all over it as Leslie takes something once beautiful and turns it into a monstrosity of a house just for Anita and Vernon. In Tuesday's episode, Anita and Vernon get creative to escape the current chaos in their lives. Vanessa's week went from bad to worse, with the loss of her husband and the consequent questions that are now being asked, and the fact that she now feels incredible guilt about her relationship with Joey, the man who ultimately signed Doug's death warrant. In Tuesday's episode, Vanessa demands something of Joey. Will it be the truth, or will it be something like keeping away from Donald? In Tuesday's episode, Bill gets an unexpected gift from a surprise visitor. Bill is under the pump at the moment because Hayley has had enough of his lying and his constant focus on Danny, both mentally and physically, instead of on her and their marriage. With weekly spoilers showing Bill and Danny kissing again, surely Hayley is going to take action. That has to mean the return of Sammy/Randy. We have been waiting and waiting to see how this develops. Bring on the soapiness. In Tuesday's episode, Smitty makes an announcement to Tyrell and Samantha about the future of their family. Martin had talked with Anita while Smitty was chatting with Nicole, and the two ladies now know that Martin and Smitty are going to be living together again. This is big news, as Martin has been out of the house for a while, and everyone is happy that the two can be a couple again. On Beyond the Gates, we can see Andre is torn again between Danny and Ashley. The return of the lady and her child, whom he and Ashley helped her birth in the elevator, has Andre thinking. First off, let's hope not. Andley is no good. They may look cute together, but so do Andre and Danny. Plus, they have a real connection and such chemistry. Ashley will always be concerned about Derek, and many still believe that her love for him is just a protective thing she feels for him, like her inner nurse coming out at home. Is this enough for her to commit to him long-term? Either way, Andre deserves better. Danny may have her issues with her ex, Bill, and she can't stop thinking about him either. This is something Andre will need to reconcile with. I believe Ashley is with Derek for all the wrong reasons, but she won't stop doing that, and if Andre chooses Ashley again, there is no guarantee she will leave Derek, and it would behoove Andre to just leave her in his past. This not going to be popular opinion, I know this, but hear me out. Andre and Danny are exciting, and they just vibe so well. Plus, being a soap opera, it will leave so much room for juicy stuff. Spoilers reveal that Danny and Bill kiss again this week, with Hayley watching from the hallway of his office. There is no way Hayley goes quietly into the night with this information and dollars to donuts she will tell Andre. Big-time drama is coming, but we need Andre to choose Danny for everything to happen the way we want it to. So, get out your white sage, your chalk, and salt, or whatever it is you use to put the good vibes out into the universe, and work with me, LOL. If Andre and Danny can survive what's coming in the next week or two, then surely they have the goods to take it the distance. But for the love of Pete, can the rest of the family stop turning on Andre? Stop making the man defend his love and finances daily. Have a thought about what you've read? Leave it in the comments below, and let's discuss. On Beyond the Gates, Leslie got all up in June's face after seeing her flirting with Ted. Has Leslie Thomas finally met her match in June? Her bravado and threats did not land at all. Today on Beyond the Gates, we were treated to quite the scene at Orphe Jean's. Leslie sat at her table listening to June as she waited tables and went about her work. Leslie then chatted with June about being high society and a lady of leisure, telling June that a table needed bossing as if it was so far beneath her since she came into money. Then came the part that we all sat up and took notice. June told Leslie that her favorite customer had come in. Ted Richardson went over to the far table by the windows. June immediately went over and said hi, and Leslie noticed the easygoing banter, giving her best filth look at June. Leslie was not impressed at all, seeing Ted smile at June's flirtations and obviously enjoying her company. Ted went over to talk to Chelsea and Samantha, who were sitting at the counter. When Ted found out that the lovely blonde waitress was actually the mother of Samantha and Tyrell, he was pleasantly surprised and asked Samantha to welcome her to the family on his behalf. Leslie soon confronted June, and told her to stay away from her man. Yep, she said it, as if Ted and she were in a relationship, and added the "or else" statement. But the reaction she got was not at all what she expected. Leslie recovered well when June asked if she was Ted's wife. "As soon as the messy waitress remembers her place," Leslie countered. Leslie, of course, doesn't know June. June stood tall, moved closer to Leslie without fear, and told her the things she had seen and survived would knock the curls out of Leslie's hair, and that nothing Leslie could do scared her. Unafraid and staunch, Leslie has well and truly met her match in June. It's going to be a dirty fight for sure. Should June pursue Ted still? And what if they do get together? How would you feel seeing them as a couple on Beyond the Gates? Valued contributor Zen Master 5. June is so cute, and I am really loving this character. Leslie has some nerve looking down on June and telling her the table needs bussing as if she's high society. Calling June messy waitress is just so awful. Leslie has a lot of nerve threatening June, saying things don't go well for people who stand in the way between her and what she wants. But I love how June wasn't afraid at all, she told Leslie. The things I have seen and survived will knock the curls out of your hair. Loved it. June let Leslie know that she doesn't fear her or her big mouth. Leslie calling Ted her man is laughable to me. Even June can see that Ted can't stand that disgusting Leslie, but she wants people to think she and Ted are the real deal. Leslie isn't scary. She's just a slimeball bully. I really can't stand Leslie. There is nothing about her I like. I am so happy that June will not be intimidated by Leslie, and Leslie must know that after today. Always. Huntress wrote, I love June. Leslie is underestimating what June is capable of, too. June lived on the streets and survived far worse than Leslie's tired old backside. This has got to have a round 2, and it won't take long to see Leslie plot and scheme to get June out of the way. Will she try to get her fired? Maybe, but Leslie likes to aim low. Spoilers for the 15th October episode say that in Wednesday's episode, Leslie uses the past to make a play for her future, and Ted gets caught in the crosshairs. Wednesday is going to be one heck of an episode. I hope you are all ready. Beyond the Gates Weekly Prediction Edition dives into Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne, crushing Jacob Hawthorne, and Dr. Ted Richardson defending someone. We have predictions for Danny Dupree and Hayley Lawson, for Dana Leslie Thomas and Catherine Cat Richardson, for Naomi and Jacob, for Joey, and for June and Ted. Our first prediction, Hayley rats out Danny to her husband. Tuesday spoilers tease a surprising visitor stopping by with a gift for Bill Hamilton. It's his birthday this week, and it looks like Danny brings the gift, and they wind up kissing again. This time, Hayley sees it. Later, she's ranting about Bill, furious that he thinks he can play her after everything that they've been through. Wednesday spoilers show Andre Richardson confronting Danny with tough questions about Bill. On Thursday, Hayley plans a birthday surprise for Bill, but someone else winds up with it, likely when she catches the kiss. Chelsea Hamilton even thinks Danny got robbed at this week. Meanwhile, Andre and Danny talk about their future and whether they'll continue their marriage. With Danny and Bill locking lips again, Hayley's ready to expose them. She may run to Andre and tell him everything to encourage him to walk away from Danny. Hayley knows Bill only wants Danny when she's unavailable, and she won't let that mess up her plans. Expect Hayley to shut this down fast, possibly in a dramatic way. Next up, Leslie plots against Kat. Wednesday spoilers show Kat and Dr. Nicole Dupree Richardson sharing big relationship updates, likely about Tomas Tom Navarro. Leslie's determined to use her past to influence the future, and Ted may get caught in her web. By Friday, Eva Thomas and Tomas realize they've been played, while Kat plans an unforgettable night. Leslie's furious. She's still bitter that Tomas chose Kat over her daughter Eva, and she's romanticizing the situation as a repeat of her own heartbreak with Ted and Nicole. Expect Leslie to meddle and manipulate, possibly setting up Tomas and Eva to be alone while Kat waits for him elsewhere. Classic soap sabotage is brewing. Third prediction, Naomi decides to terminate her pregnancy, and Jacob is crushed. Monday spoilers show Danny suspecting Naomi's pregnant, and by Thursday, the couple's at odds. Danny confirms it's decision day for Naomi, who's conflicted while Jacob is overjoyed. Jacob tries convincing Naomi to keep the baby, promising they can make it work with help and resources. But Naomi doesn't want to raise a child right now, and she's determined to choose her own path. Danny, reflecting on her own sacrifices for Bill, may advise Naomi to do what's right for you. If Naomi ends the pregnancy, expect emotional fallout and a major rift with Jacob. Fourth prediction, Joey's patience runs out. Monday spoilers hint Donnell McBride gets an intriguing offer, while Vanessa McBride clashes with Nicole. By Tuesday, Vanessa confronts Joey about ending things, and by Wednesday, Randy Parker receives a shocking kill order. Joey's behind Doug's death, believing it would bring Vanessa closer to him, but instead, she's grieving and guilt-ridden. Now Joey's frustrated and reckless, trying to manipulate Darnell while Nicole warns Vanessa to stay away from him. Another hit could be coming, possibly on Marcel Malone, who knows too much. Expect this storyline to take a dark turn fast. Our final prediction, Ted steps up to defend June. Monday spoilers reveal Leslie warning June, and by Friday, Ted and Nicole are mourning their broken marriage. June recently met Ted at Orphe Jeans, where sparks flew, though he was just being kind. Still, Ted's vulnerable, and June's charm could pull him in. Leslie's warning likely stems from jealousy after spotting Ted and June together. She may try to intimidate June or humiliate her in front of Ted. If Ted stands up for June, expect fireworks between him and Leslie. This could mark the start of a new romance, and another classic Beyond the Gates love triangle. Uptown is on the brink of emotional chaos as hidden intentions and unresolved desires take over in Beyond the Gates. Relationships that once seemed steady now tremble under the weight of unspoken truths. One couple edges toward an unexpected declaration of love, while another grapples with dangerous secrets. But just when hope flickers, a devastating betrayal threatens to destroy everything, leaving the town questioning who truly stands where. Martin and Smitty's relationship has been through storms of mistrust and quiet distance, slowly finding pace toward peace for the sake of their children, Samantha and Tyrell. Recently, the couple has shown signs of healing, though emotional cracks still remain beneath the surface. Their journey back to stability has been fragile, marked by unspoken fears neither has fully confronted.